warm welcome to State of Business on Art Television. I am Savindri Jayawardena. Let's look at the top stories for the day. Tourist arrivals in September reports a decline of 27%, says Tourism Development Authority. EDB plans wellness tourism in Sri Lanka with the assistance from the Australian experts. News in detail. Sri Lanka Tourism Development Authority reveals a 27.2% decline of tourist arrivals in Sri Lanka during September this year compared to the same period last year. Tourism Development Authority data shows that the total number of international tourist arrivals to Sri Lanka in September this year is 108,575 and it was 149,087 in September last year. Accordingly, 180,575 tourists have arrived to Sri Lanka during September 2019. As at 30th September 2019, about 1.3 million tourists had visited Sri Lanka for this year. Thus, tourist arrivals in the first 9 months of the year has declined to 20.5%. Subsequently, India, China, United Kingdom, Australia and Germany were Sri Lanka's top 5 international tourist-generating markets in the month of September this year. India was the largest source of tourist traffic to Sri Lanka, with 27% of the total traffic received in September 2019. China accounted for 8% of the total traffic and United Kingdom had 8%, while Australia and Germany accounted for 6%. It was reported that 21,000 people from 40 countries arrived in Sri Lanka to attend the World Annual Border Conference in Colombo, which was held from 1st to 10th of September 2019. Hence, the conference has facilitated the tourism industry to surpass the 100,000 mark last month. The Sri Lanka Export Development Board intends to uplift wellness tourism in Sri Lanka via a strategic action plan together with Australia's market development facilities expertise. Thus, the EDB procured the services of international consulting firm Lanka Hospitality Company that is based in Australia to undertake a rapid assessment of the potential wellness tourism industry in Sri Lanka with financial and technical assistance from Australia's market development facility. Thus, the lead consultant and Lanka Hospitality Private Limited Company's Managing Director Dr. Franz Linzer, who is on a 5-day visit to Sri Lanka, yesterday conducted a discussion with key industry players at the EDB premises. The assessment is scheduled to be completed in December and it will provide an overview and analysis of the country's wellness tourism capacity. Meanwhile, Dr. Linzer added that Sri Lanka's Ayurveda is a valuable asset that could be developed into a strong national brand for wellness tourism.
Now today you say, I'm overworked. Who can help me with my stress or maybe slightly beginning burnout in 10 days? And then you Google within this sector and you are relatively independent of where this will happen. So it's a difference whether it's 1 hour away or maybe 10 hours away, that's clear. But still you are in this segment. And if you're not part of this search logistics, you are out already. And your price is irrelevant. You can be cheaper than the others. You can make special offers, stay 4 days and pay only 3 and all that, stupid things that people come up with. Doesn't help you because your product is not relevant and not concrete enough. So this is the point. We have to customize it to new target groups. And we really hope that all the people that come here classically year by year for their Ayurveda cures or treatments will still do that. But we will try to find new target groups who then find Sri Lanka worthwhile coming here for their issues, so to speak.
So now let's look at the latest updates in the political arena. Another former army commander who entered into the presidential election, General Mahesh Senanayake, says that the current legal system should be changed to a system which all the citizens can be accepted with no arguments. Former Army Chief Mahesh Senanayake made these remarks addressing the media in Colombo this morning. Appearing before the media for the first time after handing over the nominations to contest the presidential election 2019, the former army chief said that a politician should be a person who serves the public but not a mere ruler of the general public. Former Auditor General Gamini Vijayasinghe also briefed the media.
Reducing the corruption in this country, and we, as you know, that country has taken maximum number of loans, more than 13 trillion. So I think that no any government in future can go more than this level can take, but it is very dangerous and very serious for the country. So that's why we are thinking about that. We always prepare a platform not to take any loan, in the sense that for increasing the loan level. So at least definitely we have to take loans for repayment installment. That is the way the rolling over is going on. So we are going to limit that level. So without getting those loans, we can go ahead, because today, as you know, that more than 50% of the total fund is going for corruption basis and commission and all those things. So if you feel about talk about the projects, so more than 50% is going for their pocket. So balance is coming to the system. So but at the same time, more than 25% of the budget can be saved. That we have declared our statements last so many years, that saying that how many corruption is going on in the system. Reducing those areas, we suppose that we can manage the budget.
Federation of National Organizations says a campaign is being implemented to hide and postpone some burning issues such as the abolition of the executive presidency and empowering the 13th Amendment to the Constitution. Members of the Federation of National Organizations, Dr. Gunadass Amarasekara, addressing a media briefing in Colombo, said that the current government is in a mega campaign to hide the country's burning issues and highlight some minor issues. He stressed that the public should be vigilant to save the country from this disaster, assisted by the Western forces. Attorney at law Kalyananda Tirunagama told the media that the government has completely failed to keep the promises they made at the last presidential and parliamentary elections. Dr. Vasantha Bandara said that instead of challenging the American citizenship of Gotabaya Rajapaksa, they challenged the Sri Lankan citizenship of Gotabaya Rajapaksa. He also highlighted that the government has made all their efforts to forget the major issues such as the abolition of executive presidency and the 13th Amendment to the Constitution. Dr. Vasantha Bandara also said that the government has not taken a single step back on their efforts of going forward with the dangerous agreements such as Millennium Challenge Corporation. Stay tuned for more news after this break. Welcome back after the break. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe claims that his government has restored a free and fair society with judiciary independence. Addressing the National Legal Forum held last Sunday in Colombo, Premier Wickremesinghe also called for support to restore a free and fair society.
What is evil? Evil is fear. We have established a society without fear, and we have established a society that is free. So, that is the society that we must carry forward. That is the society that we must consolidate. Because what we have done in the last 5 years is noteworthy. But we cannot think that because we have done that it has taken root in 5 years' time. Certainly to be consolidated and to go ahead. When the Easter bomb exploded, we saw the country coming together. There were criticisms of the government, we didn't go to hide it. There is a select committee of parliament which is openly going into what has happened. There are people who claim they have stopped the war. Did they do it within the constitution or outside? Did they follow the law or not follow the law? 3 months after the explosion, we have discovered who was responsible. We have taken all those who are living into custody. We are proceeding to file action without having broken a single law. Under the law, we have acted. And we have realized for individual acts of terrorism, these laws are not sufficient, so new laws are being drafted.
First Capital Holdings research head Dimantha Matthews states that strong foreign reserve position will bring instability in the fourth quarter of the year, especially following the successful sovereign bond issuance in June 2019. First Capital Holdings released its mid-year economic outlook report for 2019 last Wednesday. The report thus noted that the GDP growth will peak towards fourth quarter 2019, with central bank continuing to adopt loose monetary policy stance. Thereby addressing the event, First Capital Holdings research head Dimanta Matthew also added that the new Samurai bond issue adds a further cushion to foreign reserves, since reserves are expected to be $8 billion towards 2019 year end, while maintaining above $7 billion by end of first half of 2020.
Going on to foreign reserves, we are very positive on the foreign reserves side. We think there is great stability there. So we've achieved $8.5 billion of reserves at the moment. However, if you really look at it, we only require around $6 billion for 4 months of imports. However, we think there could be a bit of an increase in consumer demand going forward towards the fourth quarter. So we think the requirement will rise to around 6.5 billion for 4 months of imports, so which is the bare minimum. And with we having 8.5 billion at the moment, we are in a great situation. And also towards the end of the year, we feel that they can maintain around the 8 billion mark. Also, you need to remember that we are raising $500 million in terms of a Samurai bond in probably the next 2 to 3 weeks. We've already received cabinet approval there.
For the first time in the world, Sunquick introduces a brand new 2-liter lightweight bottle complete with a 12-month shelf life at a launch ceremony in Colombo last week. The event also celebrated the new partnership of Sunquick's local distributor C.W. Mackey and Danish company. As ready-to-drink product, the Sunquick Tetra Pak, in its smaller, lighter and more durable packaging, enables consumers to enjoy the beverage anywhere and at any time. The Tetra Paks come in 2 sizes, 200 milliliters and 125 milliliters, as well as the popular fruity flavors of orange and mixed fruit from the Sunquick range. The machinery housed within the complex conforms to the strict Scandinavian standards demanded by the product, and quality assurance personnel from the global QA team ensure that international quality standards are never compromised.
Sri Lanka is one of the strongest markets, if not, I think it's actually the strongest market for Sunquick in the whole world. As we heard earlier today, enjoying more than 70% market share, and really it's a love brand in this country. We are so proud of it, and it makes us incredibly proud to walk around in the trade and see how strong Sunquick is here. So what we are launching tonight is the first time we're bringing what we call a ready-to-drink product to the Sunquick portfolio here in Sri Lanka. Ready-to-drink means it's a product you don't only have to, as today, when you drink Sunquick, as you know, you have to mix it at home, add water to it. With the ready-to-drink, you do not need to do that. You can get it on the go, you can bring it to school, to work, if you're out sailing or something else in this beautiful country. So the ready-to-drink is an opportunity to enjoy your beloved Sunquick in many new occasions, which is at the heart of the strategy we've embarked on in Coro. We're very happy to bring that to the Sri Lankan market now.
Flora recently organized Flora Joyful Healthism, an event held at the Royal MAS Arena featuring exclusive yoga, fitness and Zumba sessions with emerging local entities along in-depth discussions. The event commenced with a morning workout session of yoga, fitness, mobility and Zumba, followed by a panel discussion. Yasas Hevage, owner of Spinner's Healthy Cafe, conducted the insightful panel discussion featuring yoga consultant Rekha Krishnamurthy, Thandra Abhivardhana of Taz Fitness and a prominent health scientist and health coach. The panelists discussed the importance of a healthy diet to prevent heart diseases, stressing on the heart-friendly benefits of omega-3 and 6 fatty acids. They also highlighted a regular diet high in animal feed and low in fresh vegetables and fruit coupled with a high intake of alcohol is believed to contribute to the onset of heart disease. During the second phase of the event, Flora launched the Flora Sri Lanka microsite, unveiling the new Flora packaging made of completely recyclable material. Let's take a look at a few more stories for the day in brief. Mahen Karyavasan, the managing director of Andrew the Travel Company Private Limited, was elected for the second time as the president of the Sri Lanka Association of Inbound Tour Operators. He was elected for the post during the 39th annual general meeting of SLITO, which was held recently at Colombo. Apart from Karyavasan's election as president for the year 2019 to 2020 period, chairman of LSR Private Limited Tilak Veerasinghe and managing director of Abercrombie and Kent Sri Lanka Private Limited Gayangi Veerasinghe were elected as vice presidents. The Minister of Development Strategies and International Trade and the Board of Investment of Sri Lanka held an interactive meeting titled The German-Sri Lankan Fast-Track Dialogue with the German Investor Community in order to address issues faced by investors from Germany currently operating in Sri Lanka. The German delegation was led by Ambassador of the Federal Republic of Germany to Sri Lanka, John Rode, along with many other German companies. The discussion of both countries examined issues such as VAT refund, customs-related matters, and imports of oil and the registration of the medical products. The Institute of Chartered Accountants of Sri Lanka conferred the globally recognized Associate Chartered Accountants designation to 269 new chartered accountants. The 269 new chartered accountants received their membership at the annual convocation of the Institute on 2nd October 2019. State Minister of Finance Eran Wickramaratne was the chief guest, while Group Chief Executive Officer of National Development Bank Dimantha Seneviratne was the guest of honor. At the convocation, 225 existing members of the institute were conferred with the prestigious Fellow Chartered Accountant status, elevating them to the highest stratum in their professional careers. Stay tuned for stock updates after this break. Welcome back after the break. Trading at Colombo Stock Exchange ended on a positive note today. The all-share price index gained 29.98 points to close at 5,738.90 and the S&P SL20 gained 15.34 points to close at 2,793.56. The turnover was 300 million rupees and over 13 million shares were traded. Up next are forex rates. That's all news for today. Do join us tomorrow with State of Business. Until then, take care. Goodbye.